Morning, Jack McGrath with BakerTrader.com. Well, we've seen some selling here off the open. Also yesterday, we saw open interest increase in the DEES contract and the March contract, up about 13,000 in DEES, 14,000 in March, off of good size selling. Would indicate to me that you are seeing people shorting the market. Futures. Yesterday's high 19, very good high in the March contract. I like that level. Now what you'd be looking for is 08 to 09 area as support. If we started to take out that 08, I think you could trade down to 2.5, and I like that 2.5, 02 area. I think it's a very important level of support, and if we started to trade below there, you'd be looking for considerable more downside in the contract. The DEES contract kind of the same pattern as the March, and today 34 is going to be your first level of support. Below there 30.5, and again, once the 30.5 level I think is a very important level to keep an eye on. If DEES has started to get below 30.5, I think that you could form some objectives much lower off the contract. What you'd be looking for is any bounce in this market. Say DEES is up to 39. That's today's pivot. I'd like to sell it first time up there for a little bit of a scalp. 16 would be your level in the March contract also if we got up that high. I'd take a shot at selling those levels, looking for a little pullback from there just to cover a scalp. 10-year, same type of patterns as the Eurodollars, I believe. And today, 21 was our first level in the June 10-year, 118.21. Below there, 118.13 is where you have some trend line support. 09 was the recent low of the move. So that 13.09 level, I think you have good support there. You'd be looking at buying in that area. And if we started to take out 09, you'd stop yourself out looking for another leg down. Upside 24, we were there this morning when I walked in. So that's going to become resistance now. And then up towards the 28 to 119.01.5 area is going to be the next level of resistance. The market does trade very heavy. We saw a huge amount of selling in the reds yesterday. Like I said, open interest in the DEES March contract increased. Not so much in the red contracts. Front June, big seller yesterday from 68.5 down to 67.5. Traded over 40,000 contracts. We saw 68s go through about 3,000 times first thing this morning right on the bell. So a little bit of pressure here on the open. Open interest in the Eurodollar options. A couple big plays yesterday. The short set 90, 92, 93 call fly. Open interest increased on that. 30,000 in the, 14.5 in the 90s, 30 in the 92s, and 13.5 in the 93s. Indicates a new position off that fly. Also, you saw it in the 2-year, the mid-curve SEP, 80, 82, 83 call fly, and open interest indicates that's a new position also. Up 15,000, up 30, up 14.9. So new positions there on both of those flies. March 87 puts, open interest increased about 15,000 there. We've seen a good sized buyer in the 80-85 put spread also in March over the last week. Yesterday we're buying 10.5s and 11.5s. Really didn't see a huge amount of open interest this morning though. We'll see what we get. I mean, you have a lot of different emotions in this marketplace now. I've talked to some people, they are so bearish the marketplace right now. I think this is the start of a big move lower. But I think you have to be cautious, and you would be looking for an up trade maybe to get short the market. But getting short down here on the lows, I think you have to be very cautious unless we break some of those important levels that I mentioned earlier. That's about it for today. Really, data-wise, it's pretty slack. We do get ECB tomorrow, I believe. And of course, the Friday is a big date for the U.S. as far as the shutdown goes. So there is a lot of stuff going on here. Market feels very edgy, and we'll see what we get here today. Have a good day. It's Jack McGrath with NakedTrader.com. Thank you.